us in the path of success. Up to a certain point, it is for us to earn the name. After that, the name itself will begin to earn laurels, money, applause to you. Friends, this session is divided into three parts. One part is branding, definition, why there should be branding. The second is critical components of a brand. Third is steps in brand building. Okay, all these three are the uh, the three topics of this session. Friends, anywhere you are there in life, your presence should be felt, be it personally, be it business wise, or be it your profession wise. If you are there, I'm making one statement in English. If you are there somewhere, your presence should be felt. If you're walking into a hall where 1,000 people are seated and you put your step into the hall, people should begin to feel the vibes that you are entering the hall. That should be the power of your presence. And not only that, even if you're absent, your absence also should be felt, my dear friends. For example, the same 1,000 people hall where, imagine, it is totally occupied and people are also standing around, but there is one seat empty and people are expecting you to come, and people say, and those people say, wait boss, Sachin bhai is coming, wait boss, Rahul sir is coming. If they come, let them have that seat. So your absence also should be felt, for which you have to grow beyond what you are doing. This session is about understanding how to grow from where you are to the next level of making your name felt, business wise, profession wise, personally also. Now, why do we require branding? I should tell you all that anywhere you go, by the time you go somewhere, your reputation should precede you. I'll tell you my own case. When I started my profession as a chartered accountant in Rajahmundry, I had one thing in mind, that if I would go somewhere, people should recognize me and say, "Oh, Rahul sir, please come." And something beyond that also, if somebody does not recognize me, then they should, when I introduce myself, they should be able to recognize and say, "Oh, so you are Rahul sir." So this point is specifically for making a name. So your reputation, by the time you are there, your reputation should have already been there. Your reputation should precede you, my friends. Only then you will be able to make a mark, business wise, profession wise. So tell me, my dear friends, you can use the chat box also, right? Let me just, yeah, use the, yeah. Please use the chat box also. Now I'm asking you one question. Okay. This is a market. What happens in a marketplace? Can you type into the chat box what exactly happens in a marketplace? Whatever you feel is right, just type into the chat box. What happens in a marketplace? Buying and selling. Santosh. Yeah. ZP sir, correct. Any other answers? Very good. I appreciate Rita. Buying, right? You can all actively participate. Type in whatever you feel like. What a place for purchase of goods. Noise around, right? Very good. Place for purchasing and selling of goods, right? Exactly. So you are to the point. Fluctuating rates, yeah, they're all what happens in the market. So basically, in a market, buying and selling happens, right? Meeting people also incidentally happens, but market is primarily for buying and selling of goods or services, goods and exchange of money. Correct, Shaina Sarif, norm coordinator. Correct. So friends, how many of you want to sell your goods and services? My question, I repeat, how many of you want to sell your goods and services? If you want to sell your goods and services, type in the chat box, me, M-E, me. Type in the chat box. How many of you want to sell your goods and services? Right, Rajesh Rajan, me, Praveen Kumar, Jangam Praveen Kumar, Sachin Kurtikar, me, Guru Bharatwaj, me. Correct. Correct. I appreciate that. Right. So, to the first question, how many of you want to sell your product or service? You have given answers. Now, please tell me how many of you want people to buy your products or service? Now, there is a difference, friends. How many of you want people to buy your products or service? Again, same people are saying me. Earlier, to the earlier question, you said me. You were saying, yes, I want to sell. Now you say people want to buy. Now you want people to buy. Do you understand the difference, friends? Selling, yeah, do you understand the difference? Me, both? It is not both. It cannot be both because selling involves your effort, whereas buying does not involve your effort. It is the name which makes people come to you. Does Pepe call and tell you, you please come to our shop? Does Levi's call and tell you, please come to our shop and buy? No, you automatically go in search of Pepe, Levi's, Maggie, all these top brands, right? Whichever you consume, you use in your daily life, right? So there is that difference that in selling, you have to go on marketing. In buying, when you want people to buy, you can sit relaxed and understand that your brand will sell your product or service, right? JCI is a brand. People come to JCI, I want to join JCI, wherein to learn from this organization. They compete to become LOM presidents. It is not that somebody requests somebody to make a LOM president. When people understand the real flavor of JCI, they come and they want to buy the product of JCI. The product is a presidentship or a vice presidentship or a zone vice president, ZP, etc. Right? So understanding this difference of selling and buying. Now, what are the various ways in which we can sell the product? There are two things. One is selling, the other is you want people to buy. So here is a question: how to sell? If you started a new business, right? Ads, banners, right? Very good. From Ambali Mapusa, right? How do you sell? You advertise. And what are the other means of getting people to know? Can you type in the chat box? What are the other means of getting people to know when you want to sell your product or service? Social media, Archana Rajesh, very good. Social media advertising on the social media, right? What exactly happens on social media? It is advertising. Digital marketing, Viral Gupta, Praveen Kumar, features and benefits, explaining the features and benefits, very good. Ads and word of mouth. Word of mouth, very good. That's a very nice word from Rajni Gupta. Print media and electronic media, Charan Sandeep, yeah, exactly. Pamphlets distribution, you make people aware that this is there, right? These are the various answers which we got. I totally appreciate that. Now let us understand four types of how you can sell. One is marketing, right? The other is advertising. Marketing involves appointing marketing executives, going door to door, then canvassing, telling, having different distribution places, like wherein you do this umbrella sales, right? And the second one is advertising. Advertising, be it on electronic media or hoardings or pamphlets or whatever all you were typing, right? The third one is public relations or networking through known channels, right? And the fourth one is through branding. These are the four forms in which we can sell. When we want to sell, we choose to do any of these four when we want to sell, my dear friends. And in these, the first one requires that you keep on telling the other person that I am a great lover, I am a great lover, you buy from me. You keep on talking about your product. This is what is done in marketing, that the person who wants to sell his product keeps on talking about his product. Whereas when it comes to advertising, that person is a little a step ahead than the person who does marketing. In marketing, he goes to door and he tells them, we have a good product, madam, do you want to buy? And whereas it comes to advertising, repeatedly on scrolling, repeatedly on electronic media, television, repeatedly advertisement when you go across the hoardings and banners, repeatedly you see, I am a great lover, I am a great lover, I am a great lover. So people who want to sell are wanting to form impression by repeatedly chanting their product or service. The third one, when it comes to public relations, the second person, not the seller, your acquaintance or the known person tells the other person who is about to buy the product that, trust me, my dear friend, he's a great lover. That is what he would say. Trust me, this product is good. That is what the second person would tell the third person. Whereas when it comes to branding, can you guess what would happen in branding? Yeah, you have seen the earlier slides. Marketing, it is once he goes, we have this product, madam, we have this product, sir. When it comes to advertising, we have this product is good, product is good. Then the third one, public relation, that product is good, this product is good. It is advertised by somebody else who is your acquaintance or in your network, from your network, right? And the fourth one, branding, is when the person who uses it himself or herself confesses that I know that Pepe is a wonderful brand. I know that Levi's is wonderful. I know Nike is wonderful. I know Reebok is fantastic. I want to buy only that. So, branding is the impression formed in the buyer's mind. The first three relate to selling, whereas the fourth one, it relates more to buying. You already formed an impression, and you need not go about canvassing and telling repeatedly that I am a great lover. When you can understand this difference, you will be able to think from the perspective of how to form an impression about you or your goods or your services in the other person's mind. With this, we go ahead to understand what is the relevance in the current day scenario. Relevance of branding. In branding, can you understand anything from the picture shown on the screen? You can type in the chat box, please. Can you understand anything from that picture? Can you type in the chat box, please? Whatever you understand, even if it is right, wrong, that is okay. No problem. Fits in, yeah, correct. What exactly fits in? What does it mean, Ambali? The others collaborate. Collaborate, okay. The others also, I see only the few names are only, they're part of it. Every person is important. Fulfilling the customer needs. Yes. Charan Sanjeev, very good. Demand of the product. Santosh Dekne, something missing. So the person who is holding the red chunk, what is he doing? He is the seller, and the person who is holding the black or the gray chunk is the buyer. So this buyer is in search, and the seller is holding, he is fitting exactly to what the buyer needs. In branding, you tailor make it to the needs of the customer. Here, what is happening is he has tailor made the chunk to fit in to the needs of the customer, right? It is not seller based marketing anymore. Friends, if you can remember a decade ago or 20 years ago, two decades ago, if you can remember, it was the market was, if there was one new type of footwear in Bata, you would go and buy that footwear without even thinking of how that looks, because it is new. You want to possess it, you want to wear it. Earlier it was like that. So whatever Bata person manufactured, you would go and buy it if you are a lover of Bata product, right? Now it is no more like that. Now the same Bata is manufacturing according to people's tastes. Now it is totally buyers based market, and even that Bata has come down, and it is manufacturing, it has stopped being rigid, and now it is manufacturing the product which we all like. And the market today is so volatile that the market today is so volatile that the tastes of all the customers keep changing repeatedly. And this week, whatever, or this month, whatever is the brand, or this quarter of the year, calendar year, whatever is the taste, it may not be the taste of tomorrow or the next week or the next quarter. So volatile the market is. Therefore, the people who are selling and who are manufacturing and selling, they are having to keep pace with the customer's taste, and they are having to tailor make the product according to the customer's taste. This is the current day market. With this, I have a task, right? The task is, you type into the chat box one thing that you're wearing, one product that you're wearing. It can be a watch, it can be a pen, it can be your goggles, spectacles, anything. And that you were very specific about while buying. And what is that product? Name the product and why. Why did you buy the product? Like, for example, if I'm using Reynolds pen, then I would type in Reynolds, and why means I like holding it. It does not, um, the ink, the ink, yeah, the ink is stable. So I use the Reynolds pen. Can you type into the chat box? Apple quality, yeah, good. Bata shoes are comfortable and durable. Skull Candy headphones because of the music quality and durability. Fantastic. Smartwatch health from trainer Ravi Kumar, Hari Kumar. Anybody else who is specific? One product, whatever is there. Parker pen standard. You have that Parker pen with your Guru Bharatwaj? Good. Right now, Suzuki cars, no problems. Rita, whatever you're possessing on your body now, whatever you're wearing. Nike shoes for comfort, correct. For comfort. Tanishq chain for purity, very good. Tanishq is a good brand. That is why you bought it. Correct. Any more answers? Yep, branded clothes. What is that brand? You can specify the brand, Sanjana. Right, friends? So this is what we do, Nike, right? Branded clothes, Nike. So we were in search of fast track. Yeah, Sanjeev. We were in search of that specific product. We wanted that specific product because of the reasons that you're giving in the chat box now, right? And what are the various answers? Long lasting clothes, yeah, Adidas, long lasting or durability, right? So for various reasons, you were very specific about while buying the product. These products only you wanted. You did not come across very casually, and you did not buy them just like that because they had some value. If the price is 100 rupees, then its value to you was more than the price, right? If it was 100 rupees, you were ready to pay. Normally, a pen, for example, if it is 10 rupees, for Parker, you are ready to pay 100 because of its brand and because of what it carries with it, whatever is the quality, etc., whatever you typed in, whatever it carries with it, still you wanted to pay a premium for it, right? So understanding that now, do you, when you bought Nike, right, when you bought Nike, or when you bought Adidas, or when you bought a Reynolds pen, or when you bought that Apple iPhone, right, did you have trust? Did you trust that it would work well? Did you have that trust? Did you have that emotion with it? Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, jockey brand also. I'm sure most of you, yes, you had that trust. So brand today, it is equal to, it is not just a tagline, it is equal to product or a service, that is a pen, plus it is also equal to an emotion. You are very specific while going to an examination. You are very specific that you want to buy a Parker pen or a Reynolds pen or some other pen. You are very specific about it, right? And while for jogging, you're very specific that I want these shoes only because I feel very comfortable with Skechers, right? So there is one emotion also that goes with the product. So brand is equal to a product plus an emotion plus the trust about its quality, about its performance, about its longevity, durability, etc., right? So brand is not just a product, it is a product plus emotion plus trust plus the relationship. I have been using this Reynolds pen for the last 20 years, my friends, more than 20 years. And you, I am sure, when you came across the Nike or the Apple, it is not just yesterday or today. It must have been years ago. And since then, you're affiliated to that brand. Your affinity towards that brand, your liking and love for that brand is not just built, or it is did not happen just like that. It was a relationship that was built. Friends, these points, when you understand, you will be able to think about your business of selling goods or rendering services, that while selling my product or service, I should just not have the product, but I should have an emotion also. I should have the trust also. I should build the product, or the service should build a relationship also. And finally, it should carry a value. All these put together, my dear friends, they form the brand personality. So, brand is not a product, brand is a personality which carries emotions, relationship, trust, and value, not just product and service, my friends. From I will just stop here for 10 seconds for you all to think of your product and service, what all it carries. Just 10 seconds. Please think, close your eyes if need be. Think your product or service. Does it carry all these? If any of these is missing, then you will have to think of building it into the brand personality. Yeah, done. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully you have thought of which emotion or which of the parameter is missing and which one you have to add. How to add, I will tell you during the course of this session. Or which one you should be adding, or which one is missing currently. That hopefully you have identified, right? So with that, I go ahead further to bring in so many features of a brand personality. In a brand personality, there is sincerity, okay? Then there is excitement, competence, sophistication, ruggedness, like how you look, where from it is, it the oriented, family oriented, whether the product is family oriented. Like for example, in the BSNL advertisement, you can see that the baby from the stomach goes through all the cables and wires and talks to somebody in the US, right? So there is the family orientation that comes. Then a child comes running to the mother, then the mother says, "Arey beta, bhuka hai, just give me 2 minutes," and fatafat she prepares noodles, right? So 2 minute ka noodle is bringing about that family orientation into between the mother and the son, right? So honesty, sincerity, wholesomeness, original, so many such parameters, right? I will not, but you can just go through it. It is self-explanatory. However, sincerity, excitement, competence, sophistication, ruggedness, all these are the various, if we can go back, all these are the various emotions that build the trust and thereby the relationship, adding value. All these are those parameters which bring in the trust and finally add to the value. If addition to the value is done, that means when value addition is done, it can fetch you a bigger price, right? It can fetch you a higher price or a premium. So why branding is required, right? To So that it differentiates your product from the competitor's product. Like for example, I have one question to all of you. When we go to a school to join your our children, right? When we go to that school and we ask them, why should I join my kid in your school? What would be their answer? Their answer would be, our school is very good. So if you go to another school, there also the answer would be the same, our school is good, right? So what is the difference? So our next question should immediately be, okay यार, दूसरा स्कूल में कोई नहीं बोलेगा कि my school is bad, no? So quality education, your personal attention. This is one answer that is coming up. Correct. So quality education, do you mean to say that your school is giving quality education, and when you go for an admission into some other school, they'll say, boss, we don't have quality education. Do you think they would say that? No, they would also say good quality education. It's all quality education and personal attention only, no? Right? Then another question we ask them, why, again the same question we ask them, then they would say, no, we have experienced teachers. Would the other school say we don't have experienced teachers? No. So finally the question is, why should I join my child in your school? What is it different? How is your school different from the other schools? Right? This should be the thought process. This should be our thought process. Similarly, the thought process, all-round development. So some other school, would it say, in our school there is no all-round development, there is only education? No. Everybody would say every all good things only. But one specific thing that as a buyer we should look for, and as a buyer for our product and service people look for, is What is your specialty that differentiates your school from the other school, your product from the other product, your service from the other service? Like, for example, in my profession as a chartered accountant, how I plan to differentiate my service is that when I started my profession, when people would ask me, sir, the project report is very urgent, we require it in 3 days. Then I would tell them, why 3 days, sir? You come tomorrow and take. Oh, tomorrow? Yeah. Hopefully this is audible. Somebody's texting me, I'm unable to hear. Then you have to log in through joining the audio, right? Or you have to check your internet connection. Okay. So when I joined my profession, I uh, I was like 3 days. If they wanted the project report, I would say, why 3 days, boss? You come in one day, I'll give you the project report. Sir, kal tak ho jayega? अरे कल क्या यार, शाम का हो ना, हो जाएगा, ले लो. Sir, you can finish it by this evening. अरे यार 2 घंटे अभी बैठो ना, करके देता हूँ फटाफट. In 2 minutes I'll prepare it and give it to you. So this was what I implemented into my profession, that is speed. Today, if my clients want anything, 24/7 I am available, and that too at jet speed, which they would not get. I will ensure that they do not get this speed from any other chartered accountant in my place. So you people also should now look for and think what is it that separates your product from the other's product. Branding is required for that purpose. And when you grow as a brand, the brand is less vulnerable to competition and crisis because it has fixed customers. It would not lose customers. Nike people would buy Nike only, Skechers people would buy Skechers only, Parker people would buy Parker only. If Parker is not available in that shop, they would go to another shop, but they would not buy a substitute. Friends, branded products do not have substitutes. So that is why branding is required. Possible licensing opportunities, you can outsource, or you can give the name, lend the name, and thereby you can also make royalty and money out of it, right? And it can generate higher profit margins. Naturally, a normal pen and a Reynolds pen, the pricing is different, so it fetches more premium, right? And in comparison, a Parker, Monte Carlo, they would fetch higher price, right? So it fetches higher profit margins, and customers are ready to pay a substantial price premium, and it builds trust and loyalty. You need not keep on shouting, I am a great lover, I am a great lover, to all these people after you have built a brand, right? Built a brand, right? So branding is required also for creating a personality for the product or service that you rented. So when there is personality, there is trust. When there is trust, there is a relationship. When there is a relationship, there is buying and selling, and you need not run after selling the product or the service. And thereby, it retains and keeps you afloat in the market. Whatever be the situation, you are there in the market. Even in crisis time, you are there in the market. You need not run around, right? So now we begin to understand the critical components of a brand. What are the various components of a brand? Now, quickly, if you can type in before, quickly see, I'll be showing you a few images. Quickly type into the chat box. Be ready to type into the chat box, right? I'll be showing you an image. What do you recollect? You type into the chat box. Okay, quick. Type in the chat box fast. Apple, correct. Apple. Right. Now, what do you see? Oh, fastest fingers first. Very good. Audi, right. Now, what do you see? Whom do you recollect? Whom do you recollect? Sachin, right? Very good, Sachin, right? Now, what is this? Sachin, Dhoni. Yeah, what is that? Nike. Only few people are typing. Others also. Come on, there are about 53 participants. Nike, right? Very good. What is this? So yeah, the it was written Maggie. Tell me what do you recollect? What is it? What item is it? It's noodles, right? Noodles, right? Correct. Whom do you recollect? Whom do you recollect? Modi, exactly, Modi. What is this? What does it mean? What does this mean? This one, photocopy, exactly, from Gulshan. Photocopy, Siddesh, correct. Photocopy, Gupta, correct. Thank you. Which one tagline is this? Which product tagline is this? This one. ZP sir is pretty quick, right? Raymond's, yeah. Shana's, Raymond's, right. Mint with a hole, what is it? What do you recollect? Polo, oh, fantastic, very fast, right? What is this? McDonald's, I'm loving it. Burger, McDonald's, right? Very good. What is this? What does it show? Pen, right? Very good. Pen, right? Thank you. So, so you were able to identify all this. Was there a name written? It was written Parker. Immediately we identified it as a pen. There were four circles. Nobody told it is Audi. Still you recollected. It means that this carried these names or these products or these companies. They could form an impression with one, two, three circles or one arrow. They could form, or with one tagline, they could form an impression on your mind about their product. They need not tell you what that product is, right? So we now begin to understand what the critical components of a brand are. They sell even in competition. There is emotional connectivity. There is a promise which is always kept, that creates a personality, and that fetches a premium, right? All these products had, they sell even in competition. Audi, there is BMW, there is Mercedes, still they sell in competition. There is an emotional connectivity. Emotional connectivity, the I think the BMW advertisement, I think, right, when it goes, or the Mercedes, it is the baby is asleep and it goes on the speed breaker. Still, it is rest assured that there would not be a bump felt. So, right, and there is emotional connectivity, and there is a promise of the longevity, durability, or performance, or sustainability, whatever that is, and it creates a personality, and fetches a premium. All these products, right? So these are the various words highlighted in red, are the critical components of a brand. They are CEPPP, right? So you should, what it focuses on, it focuses on quality, which should be an absolute priority, and it should be, there is superior service in all these products. The service is pre this sale and post sale also. Friends, most times after we sell the product or the service, simple things we don't do. Like, for example, after you have delivered the product to somebody, after you have sold it, we don't make one phone call to emotionally connect to them and say, sir, is that okay? Is it working well? We don't do that, because we have sold our product. We have done our business, but we do not want to invest one phone call into building a brand or into building a relationship. So what it has is pre and post service. Like, for example, any of the major car manufacturers, right, from their showroom, by the time the servicing is due, right, even before 1,000 kilometers or 500 kilometers before it is due, they call us and remind us of the servicing due, right? So that is after sale also, that is the service they give. And you should also focus on getting up there first. Friends, getting there first is now the need of the hour. Taking a little break from the branding, if I can dwell upon this first point, Charles Darwin, he said survival of the fittest. Yeah, survival of the fittest is correct. Today, after this COVID crisis, those who want to sustain in business, it is survival of the fittest. The fittest means quickest. So whoever is able to quickest, very quickly rebounds into the market back, or bounce back into the market, only they are going to sustain. The rest of the people, they would have already lost in the competition, because today in this COVID period, no matter how big the brand is, people have found substitutes and alternative methods sitting at home. Training, online training is going on. Your whatever vegetables, earlier you were going to the market and buying the vegetables. Now door delivery is happening, and that fellow shopkeeper is waiting there only, thinking that Rahul sir will still come and buy. The provisions and the provision store fellow, he thinks, and the Walmart fellow also, he thinks that Rahul sir will come to me. But whereas I already got used to some ordering things on WhatsApp, because I was not permitted to go outside, right? Friends, if you all think your customers are intact, you're 100% wrong. You're totally wrong. You must have lost out on at least 1, 2, 3, or 10%, 5%, or even 50% of your customers, right? So now it is time that you have to get there back quickly into the market, because it is entirely post COVID situation is going to be entirely new situation. Okay. And you have to focus on differentiating. So ask yourself a question: what is it different in my product or in my service? How is my product different from the others? Or how is my methodology of selling different? If it can be the same product, however, the way you handle the customer, how is it different? Are you in touch with the customer? Are you are you regularly uh, seeing that he does not forget you, right? So what is it different in your product or service that can keep your name and your impression in the customer's minds? Okay. And consistency is very important in branding. When if if it is not there is no consistency, what would happen? There is a very good restaurant in your place, right, and it has got a very good name. However, these days when you went once or twice, you found that the food is not good. What is happening? Even though it has built a huge name, still it is, you're not very, that impression is not continuing. Impression was there then. Today, is it there? Not that much. If the quality is deteriorating over a period of time, then the impression also will deteriorate, right? So consistency is also very important, and you have to connect emotionally. Today, JCI, whatever activities you're doing, some activity of donating outside, which falls under the programs area, still you use the JCI banner. This JCI brings emotional connectivity because of you putting up the JCI banner there, though you do it individually, right? What is happening is JCI organization is doing a CSR activity, right? So businesses today are doing CSR activity for the purpose of branding and saying that, see, we care for you people, we care for our society. Though they can spend the same money for advertising and marketing. However, since they have to compulsorily do this CSR activity, still they are doing this CSR activity by emotionally connecting to people in such a way that their brand name grows. Okay. So, how to build your brand? The next, we go to the third and the last part of the session. How do you build your brand? Okay. Shall we go ahead? If you type in yes, we will go ahead. Are you all ready to learn and understand how to build a brand? Yeah, there is only 1%, two, three, four. You're all ready? Yeah, please type in no, so that I understand that you're all active. Yeah, right. Shaina Sharif. Yeah, yes. Around 5, 6, 7. Yeah, right. Very good. Thank you so much. Right. Thank you so much. So, what are the steps? Various steps in brand building. Okay. Now, before that, please tell me. I'll ask you one question. Does JCI give you all what it has, or does JCI give you what you need? Again, I'm asking you. Does JCI give you what it has, or does it give you what you need? What you need, right? So JCI also is a brand. It gives you what you need. You are in search of something, you come to JCI, right? What you need only. Exactly. If you want to grow as a trainer, then you get into the training area. So you need training. So you, out of the 5 areas of opportunities, you choose the training area, right? And if you want to grow in the administrative ladder, learn administration, become a long president, ZVP, ZP, etc., then it gives you opportunity in the form of management area, right? If you want to make your name in the society by contributing, then programs area, right? So it caters to your needs. It does not give everything it has, right? So step one, define how you want to be perceived. Like, for example, in my profession, I want to be perceived as fast, quick, right? So it is for you people to think. If you want to type, you can type in the chat box how you want to be perceived, you or your product, how you want it to be perceived. Step by step, every step is important. At every step, it is better if you have a pen and paper, you can please write down the answer if you don't want to type in the chat box. Trustworthy, right? Very good. Best does, so Gulshan Gangwani, best does not mean anything. Okay, best is, it does not mean anything. So have something which has a meaning. Okay, genuine is very, it is very vague. Fast means I faster than the other chartered accountants. Okay, genuine and trustworthy. Trust, building a trust is a consequence of being genuine. So it's not the same. Trust is an effect of the cause. The cause is being genuine. Okay, so reliable, right? Very good. As a brand, right? So define one word. Pick up one word. Unique quality. What is that unique quality, Harikumar? Yeah, unique quality. What is it that you want? Unique quality means doing training in any training session is given. Doing training in that, it can be like that also. Okay, just don't generalize. If you generalize, you cannot build a brand, right? Okay. Now, do define how you want to be perceived. That is step one. After that is done, have a logo or a tagline or an emotion. Now, you know, Sachin Bhai, he calls me Rahul Versatile, right? I put a tagline to myself, though my versatile is not there in my name, and still my Facebook ID is Rahul Versatile. If I do not tell myself as versatile, then people, how would people think I'm versatile, right? So you also have a tagline. It is not necessary that you add something like the voracious or versatile or any of those adjectives to your name. However, you should have a logo or a tagline which carries an emotion. The emotion that I was carrying, I told you, as a chartered accountant, fast, right? As the zone president, I was using one tagline or one emotion. The emotion is, your zone president is available to you 24 by 7. I am not going to switch off my mobile phone during these 365 days, and I will be available 24 by 7 over WhatsApp, just in case midnight, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I don't check WhatsApp. Please feel free to call me. So this was an emotion I was carrying in branding myself as the zone president. Okay, I'm sharing with you, right? So you people also, why I'm giving my examples is, why I'm sharing what I did is just to quote an example from out of my real life book, right? So you people also should have a logo or a tagline, which can be an emotion. Okay. Then organize your business based on the promise. So now that is called a unique selling proposition, USP. USP, it bases on one promise. The promise is step one. How did you want your people to be perceived? How did you want yourself to be perceived? As fast, right? So the promise is fast. As ZP, what did I want? I wanted to be available 24 by 7, right? So that was my promise. So you have to organize yourself basing on that promise. Like, for example, I made a promise that I will be available 24 by 7. So if I say later on that, sorry, boss, I was very busy, then am I living up to the promise? No. Then you cannot build your unique selling proposition. Okay. Hope it is clear. Whatever is the promise that you make in step one, that promise has to be fulfilled. Because it has to be fulfilled, at step number three, you have to organize your business in such a way that it fulfills the promise made at point number one, right? And then communicate the promise. Like how I tell my clients, you need anything, boss, I am there, fatafat, I'll do it for you, right? Similarly, I communicated my 24 by 7 emotion to all my law members across the zone, right? So you have to communicate the promise. The tagline usually communicates the promise. Like, for example, zindagi ke saath bhi, zindagi ke baad bhi. It communicates a promise and it says, boss, I am going to take care of you, and after your death I am going to take care of your family. That is what the tagline conveys of Life Insurance Corporation of India, right? So the promise has to be communicated through the tagline. Like, for example, the tagline, my word is versatile, right? So I can do training, I can be a chartered accountant, I can do profession, I can do so many other things. I want to look at myself like that, and I also want people to look at me like that, right? So that is communication of the promise through the tagline. And that has to be consistent. Like, for example, this week you do, and next week you say, I'm tired. of doing this. No, no, that consistency has to be there. We saw in the focus areas that consistency has to be there, right? So be consistent, and always you have to refresh needs and promises. If your needs and promises are outdated, then there is no point. Current day scenario, whatever is required, those needs and promises, you have to keep on refreshing once in a while. Like for example, sir, earlier you were buying, small packets. Now you wanted to stock. So now we are arranging packets of 5 kgs and 10 kgs so that you can stock, and it is not going to get spoiled because we are packing in some special packing material, something like that. So you have to refresh the needs and promises, the promise based on their needs. Okay, and always take a feedback, my dear friends. Feedback is very, very essential to understand the impression that you made in the buyer's mind. I repeat, you must have made an impression in the buyer's mind. That impression you should know. For you to know, you have to take a feedback. Also, the feedback shows care, right? When you call them and ask them, sir, is the product okay? Then you will, incidentally, you will be taking the feedback, and another point also will be served. The point is emotional connectivity. They will reconnect to you and think, "Arey yaar, Rahul is calling me for understanding this. That is very, very nice of him. That is very sweet of him." So two things will happen when you always take a feedback. So these are the steps in building the brand. First, understand which way you want people to look at you. Then build a tagline which contains that emotion. And step one, because it is the promise, you organize your business basing on that promise. Like, for example, 24 by 7, I will be available if you promise. And you shut down your shop evening at 6 o'clock. Does it make sense? No, it does not make, right? So you have to put a third shift into your business so that you fulfill the promise of 24 by 7. Communicate it and be consistent. Always refresh the needs and promises and always take a feedback, right? So if you understood these steps, then please type in yes so that I can go forward, because next step is I will be making you to write down as to how to build your brand. Okay, please type in yes if you have understood. Okay, yes, only 5 understood, 6 understood, 7. Others also participate, no? Yeah. Right. EPS winner Ishan. Right. Coming to the USP is different. Coming to the USP is different from others. I did not understand. Charan Sandhi, is that a question? From here, if there are, we will just pause here for a while. If there are any questions, can we take the questions? Whatever is the content that I've shared, you have any questions for me, then you can please type in the questions now. 5 seconds, I'll give you the time. Seeing none, we proceed with the next. Okay. Now let's create our own unique selling proposition, right? Define target audience. If you do not have target audience, then you cannot function as a brand. Target audience for Maggie is small children, children below the age of 12, 13. If you think, Arey yaar, I'll render service to anybody and everybody. No, friends, no. If you want to grow as a trainer, for example, I'll do training to everybody. No, everybody does not mean anything. You have to define your target audience. For example, this year, I want to train students. Next year, I want to train teachers and parents. The year after that, I want to train this category of people. Like that. You have to define the target audience. Okay. Like if you are selling goods and commodities, right? I am going to, if you have a ready-made garment shop, okay, for example, then my target audience is anybody who can buy an apparel worth 2,000, 3,000 rupees and more. That is the target audience. Okay. And if you're in bakery, for example, then I am going to sell a cake which is not going to cost them less than 1,000 rupees, or anything less than 500 rupees only I want to sell. So you define your target audience. Most people fail to define the target audience because they think the whole world is their market. No, my dear friends, no. Whole world cannot be your market. If whole world is your market, then incidental it is happening. You are not putting any effort. Okay. The second one, assess their needs. उनको क्या चाहिए वो पहले समझिए आप, उनके उनको पहचानिए आप. How that can happen? By interacting with them, by asking them what do you need. Like for example, when Sachin bhai told me, Rahul, you have to do one session. I said, Sachin bhai, sure, for you I'll do. Then I asked him, which topic do you want to do? He asked me. I said, any topic of your choice. So I was assessing his need, what he wants and his chapter wants. Then he gave me a host of topics. Then I said, choice is yours. Then we boiled down to, we shortlisted to branding. Okay. So it is always assessing the other person's need, not that I don't want to do all those. I want to do only this session. No, it is not like that, right? So list the distinctive benefits. This is very important. The benefit that Maggie talks of is 2 minute. The benefit that LIC talks of is security to your family even after your death, right? The benefit that Raymond talks of is when you put it on, you look like a complete man, right? It does not wrinkle, something like that, right? So these distinctive benefits have to be listed out when you create your unique selling proposition. Friends, can you now take a pen and a paper? Now, whatever you would be doing within the next 5 minutes will, I assure that it will change the course of your thought process. Okay. And it will better your thought process. So please take a pen and a paper and write down if it is available around. Then write down the target audience of your product or your service. Please write down. See, this is not just one way. It is not for me to tell you all nice things and then walk out of this session. No, it is not for that. It is for bringing about a change in your business, product, service, etc. Right? That is the purpose of this. And after you write down the target audience, write down the needs. Like for example, somebody who is coming afresh into training area. Target audience first was for me to get confidence. I'll go to up to 10 plus 2 students only and do the trainings. That training can be goal setting, assess their needs. Assess their needs means goal setting. First, they need goal setting, confidence, handling examination fear, etc. All these topics. So these are their needs. So list the distinctive benefits. What are the distinctive benefits that you can give as a trainer to them? What are the distinctive benefits? The distinctive benefits that you can give as a trainer to them are you will help them understand what their goal is if they're in a confused state. Or you will see that they attend to the examination with confidence and after coming back from the examination, give the credit to you. So I will be creating so much of transformation in them. Is the distinctive benefit for a trainer if you want to become a trainer, right? So list out the distinct benefit. Hope you're writing down, right? I cannot see you all, so I trust that you're all writing down, right? Define your promise, friends. Promise has to be defined. I promise that. So target audience, please write one word. Needs, write one word. Distinctive benefit, write 1 or 2 words. Define your promise. Define your promise means I will do like this. Define whatever. So your promise can be if you're into ready-made garments, right? Your promise can be my product will uh, will never get a remark of bad quality, or my product, if it is a daily wear, it would last. If daily wear would last for at least an year. This is the promise. Okay, and combine all these words into sentence. One sentence. First, target audience. It means who. The needs means what do they want. The distinctive benefits are what you can give. The promise is how do you want to give those benefits. And these 4 words, after you combine them into one sentence, these 4 words, after you combine them into one sentence, is the unique selling proposition of. Can distinctive benefit and promise be the same? You can promise to give a benefit. Okay, you can promise to give a benefit and combine all these 4 or 5 words into one sentence. My friends, Unique selling, this is your USP for your business. If you have written, then good, you can improvise on that. If you have not written, then you should write down so that you begin to build your brand, right? So quickly, now you're done with this. If you're done with this, we now go forward. You have any doubt in this, in building the unique selling proposition? If you have any doubt, you can ask me, please. Gulshan Gangwani, hope your doubt is cleared. Distinctive benefit and promise. You can promise on giving one benefit. I promise that I will be fast in delivery of service in my profession. Yeah, thank you. So anybody has any questions? Right, we will now go forward. Okay. In the meanwhile, think if you have any questions, you can please feel free to type in the chat box. We are here to help you. I am not in any haste. Okay. So quickly now I'll show you few taglines. Now, fastest fingers first. Keep your fingers ready onto the typing pad, right? Taste be, health be. Which commodity? Which goods? Taste be, health be. Which is the tagline? Tagline of which commodity? Taste be, health be. You can type in the chat box. Food, which food? Amulya, Amul. Yeah, it is Amul. Right. Idea can change your life. Safola, correct. An idea can change your life. Idea, right, very good. Yeah, right choice, baby. Yeah, right choice, baby. Pepsi, right, fantastic. Taste the thunder. Thumbs up, fantastic. Taste of India. Taste of India. Amul, fantastic. Mint with a hole. Polo, you already answered that, right? Born tough. Born tough. Mahindra, JK Tire, Duraply, no? C8. C8, it is C8. Yeah, correct. Kamlakar. Yeah, thank you. Born tough is C8, right? दाग अच्छे हैं. दाग अच्छे हैं. The girls, young women should be able to answer. दाग अच्छे हैं. Surf, Excel. Yeah, correct. Surf, Excel. Sudhanshu Gupta from Zone 2. My very good friend and past VP. Do you have it in you? Do you have it in you? Fast, fast. Do you have it in you? Somebody's browsing, I guess. Yeah, those are smiling or browsing. I know. Indian Army, fantastic. Indian Army, Ishan. Yeah, Army, salute. Right? Desh ki dhadkan. Very easy. Desh ki dhadkan. Hero Honda. Correct. Hero Honda. इसको लगा डाला तो लाइफ जिंगल आला. Very easy. Tata Sky. Yeah, correct. Bleed blue. Bleed blue. India. Indian team. Indian cricket team. Right? दिमाग की बत्ती बत्ती जला दे. दिमाग की बत्ती जला दे. Mantos. Okay. No one can eat just one. No one can eat just one. Lace. Correct. Neighbors envy, owner's pride. Neighbors envy, owner's pride. Fast, fast. Onida. Correct. So, friends, your very good performance. I should clap for all of you. Fantastic. You did very well. Most of you were very live in this session, participating very well. So, after you build your brand, we build your USP, you have to do a recall. Recall is through constant innovation. It is not sufficient if you have built a brand like it keeps going. No, even the Skechers, even the Nike, they keep improvising. So improvising has to happen. Getting the message across, that is also very important. That you have done some innovation, you have improvised on your product, you have brought in new product or service. That also has to happen. Like word of mouth, viral marketing. Yeah, that this word of mouth spreading, how that is possible, that also you should examine. Referral schemes and loyalty programs. After you build the product, these loyalty programs and referral schemes will always help you, right? Because they add to your business. The brand builds your business. and this loyalty programs and reference, they flourish your business. Okay. So friends, can you please tell me which is the latest brand in the market? The latest brand in the market. Can you type into the chat box? The latest brand. Okay. Oyo. I'll tell you the latest brand in the market is you, my dear friends. Why do you have to talk of somebody else? You have just built your USP, unique selling proposition. Forget all that Geo, Tushar Kulkarni, Santosh Dekneji. Everybody just forget everything. It is you. The latest brand in the market is you. Can somebody, why do you want to talk of somebody else's business? You have to first think of your business, your product, your service, right? And think of you as the latest brand, because brand building just now we have done, right? You just wrote down the unique selling proposition, the steps you understood in brand building, and you also presumably have written down something on paper, right? Which I'm sure you would be implementing, right? So the latest brand in the market is you, my dear friends. So if you are the latest brand in the market, understand you don't get to make this first impression the second time. The second time when you meet, you will be making a very good impression. Still, it will be the second impression, never the first impression. Be a brand that is on demand, then you can command the market, right? So from now onwards, develop into a brand that is on demand. People should come in search. You as a trainer should not go in search and say, "अरे यार मुझे training session दो." Or you, "अरे यार मेरे पास ये इतने सारे पेन पड़े हुए हैं, I want to sell this, please somebody who wants to buy." No, stop all that. From now on, you shift to the next level from marketing, advertising, and to the level of branding. Then you can command the market. All the best to all of you. Any questions you have on this session, you can please type into the chat box. That is my number. And on the Facebook, I am available as Rahul Versatile. You can ping me there. All the best to all of you. Any questions, you can please type into the chat box. Anything that you learned in this session, that also you can please type into the chat box. Right, with this, I stop the screen sharing and hand over the floor back to Rajesh Rajan, seeing no questions on the screen. Over to you back, Rajesh Rajan.
Hi, sir. This is Ishan. I'll be taking the Q&A session. There are a few questions which have come through. So I'll just put them across to you before we move ahead.
Yeah.
So there's this question from Elton Fernandez. So can we have dual businesses, like for example, event management and training, or concentrate only on one?
Event management and training, concentrate only on one. This does not directly relate to branding. It relates to what is the source of your income. My suggestion to everybody is first develop one business or one product or one service. When you begin to earn 100 rupees from one product or service, next step, you have to elevate to the next, you have to go to the next level. The next level is see that you develop another product or service by which you can earn, out of the 100 rupees that you take home every month, 60 rupees should be from the first business and 40 rupees should be from the second business. Always follow the 60-40 principle. 60% you should have already established and 40% you develop always. And after this is done, if you still have time and money and resources to start another business or another product or service, then this 100 rupees, you make this 60 plus 40 into 60, and you develop another 40 into the third one. This is the way that you grow business. So as of now, if you're into nothing, start one. Then after you reach 100, when you think, now I have time, resources, etc., for the second one, then you can venture into the second one. This is my suggestion.
Thank you, sir. There's one more question which has come through. It says how to create a brand for small businesses.
So Shahnaz Sharif, no, who is that? How to create a
No,
brand for
it's come in private chat, so I'm just putting it
how?
across.
Yeah, that is okay. So how to create a brand? I just told you, no. You have to make a promise and develop your business, create an environment by which you can fulfill that promise, and that promise should be different from others. Right? Simple. Make a promise, create your business environment suitable to that promise, fulfill the promise.
So Shahnaz ma'am has a question. So one question: what comes first, or is important, branding or marketing?
That depends on the product and the volume at which you place your business of goods or services. Initially, you will have to market. But if you have the huge resources, then you can certainly go into brand building. Branding can start even in a limited locality of your street, of your area, of say for example 100 members, around 100 members also you can build the brand initially, or your JC people you can build the brand, or your family members you can build the brand. So brand building does not necessarily mean that you have to invest crores or rupees into it. It is, branding is nothing but fulfilling a promise, making a promise and fulfilling a promise. Okay, so you can start off with branding, and because branding would not yield immediate profits, if your product or service requires immediate profits, then you have to do marketing and advertising. Okay.
Yes, those are the questions, sir. Apart from that, lots of positive feedback. So thank you so much. Rajesh, sir, over to you.
Thank you very much, JC Ishan, President of JC Mapsa. Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful session on branding, and especially it is very much important for our day-to-day life business.
Most welcome.
Yes. Now I request JC Senator Poonam ma'am to kindly say a few words. Poonam ma'am.
Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, you're audible.
Uh, Welcome to my zone, versatile Rahul.
Hi Poonam, thank you.
Hi, I'm sorry I couldn't type.
I'm already in your zone now. I'm already in your zone now.
Yeah, I know. I wish you were physically here because seriously, the session was so amazing, and I'll tell you, I was cursing myself for not being in complete network. Um, Today, it was my father-in-law's birthday, so I had been to their place, and I was driving back, and so I couldn't listen to the session fully, but whatever I have heard is so wonderful, something to really, really think about. And basically, a lot of brushing has happened. I really enjoyed it. And I'm so tempted to get the recording of this program because the network was so valuable. Everything was so valuable. So everything was so valuable. So Rahul, thank you so much. And somewhere when you were talking about branding, and just little before you mentioned your Facebook name, I was thinking, oh, this is a brand, Versatile Rahul. And you mentioned it immediately after that. So that's what, for all the participants, that's what actually is branding. And you have to live by your brand name that you carry. So I know Rahul for quite a many years now, my NGB friend. Basically, I should say family friend because his wife is also my very close friend. So it has been fantastic listening to you as a trainer, Rahul. I've not had an opportunity. But thanks to Rajesh Rajan and our zone president and Sachin too for having got you to our zone for a fantastic topic like branding. So, Rajesh, my request to you is please send me the recording as soon as possible because I want to get home and I want to listen to the whole program all over again. Yeah. So, thank you so much, Rahul. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Poonam ma'am. Yes, we'll share you the link of the YouTube live. Now I would request Sachin sir pass EVP Sachin sir to kindly say a few words.
Rahul bhai, it was fantastic. The need assessment as per the participants expected, I think you've given more than that. And as an entrepreneur, it's definitely a value adding. So thank you, Rahul bhai. Thank you so much. You are always a best orator, a best trainer of JCI India. So it was really nice to have national trainers like Sudhanshu Gupta attending this session. Then we got Gulshan Gangwani, K. Saideep, and Santosh Kumar Sahu. And there are so many others from other zones who always attend, and always nice to have them. Friends, this is not like a formal recognition we do. So if you are a officer from zone 11, if you're a zone officer or national officer or president, that we don't do this recognition. So don't expect, be a good participant. And, we are trying to get the best trainers and give the best to you. So Rahul bhai, all the best to you. And Rajesh Rajan and zone president is doing a really good job. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much, Sachin sir. I would request the president of JCI Kulwale, JC Siddesh Gadekar, to kindly give us a vote of thanks.
You have to unmute yourself.
Siddesh,
Please
unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Good evening, all. To all the dignitaries present here, on behalf of JCI India Zone 11, I thank our chief guest, JCI Senator Ashraf Ali Nizari sir. A very big thank you to our today's faculty, JC Rahul. For his valuable, a very big thank you to our today's faculty, JC Rahul sir, for his very valuable time and delivering a powerful, power-packed, excellent, and a versatile session, I would say. Grow beyond yourself. Thanks to NGB officers, past NGB officers, zone presidents, current and past zone officers from zone 11 and all the zones. Big thank you to all the participants. Because of you all, this training was very successful. Thank you all. See you tomorrow for another exciting session. Have a pleasant evening. Over to you, Rajan.
Thank you very much. Yes, before we sign off for today, we have an announcement for tomorrow. Tomorrow, day 4, we have a JC Pritam Goswami as a trainer on systems in business. And tomorrow, chief guest is the past world president of 1979, Senator Kumar Gera. So stay tuned and see you tomorrow. Sign off for today.
Rajesh,
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Rajesh, before that, we haven't heard from your zone president. Can we just hear from your zone president?
Yes, sir. Santosh, sir.
Yes, sir. So, Rahul, once again, thank you very much for your wonderful session. Okay, as a businessman, it is a lot of benefited to me how to start my business once the COVID is over. Because right now the market is open, but the business is not started yet. So this is only opportunity for us to learn something, how to grow our business. And there was a good marketing in my business, but due to the gap of almost 3 to 4 months, I will have to start again the marketing and branding and everything. And thank you very much, Rahul sir, for your wonderful session. Thank you very much, sir.
And thank you for talking now. Yeah, I haven't heard you. I wanted to just say hello to you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Rahul,
Yes.
our ZP is a brand by himself, and he doesn't like to speak or get too much PR, but
A small one more announcement we just left out is the highest delegation, to announce the highest delegation Sir, we have every day the announcement of highest delegation. The highest delegation for today is from JCI MAPSA. The first and the second runner-up is JCI MPT. So congratulations to both the LOMs for getting highest delegation for this wonderful training sessions. See you all tomorrow. Signing off for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you also.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you, Sachin. Bye, ZP, everybody. Bye bye.